time for our review show. Thanks to Blue Blood Thoroughbreds for supporting our review show, and to all of our supporters across the day on Sale Day Live, and also to our preview show at 9:30, which will start again tomorrow morning. Brett Yearling joins me alongside Caitlin McDonald, and I'm sure you and the Bloodstock team are absolutely delighted as to where we sit day 2 into this sale, Brett.
Yeah, thanks, Emma. Yeah, it was a great day of trading again. You know, the 2 words I like to use for this sale is that it was rock solid, and it was like that all day. You know, the bids were coming thick and fast from the first lot through all the way to the end there. So there were some great prices, some great stories as well, and that's what Classic's all about. So yeah, it's been a very satisfying day.
Tell us, Brett, how's the tummy feeling? Because we had Rusty on yesterday, and he said these abs were hurting. Did you put a lot into it today?
I think that's just because he might have been on some new training regime.
He did say that. He was talking about that, actually.
I think he's up 4 a.m. every morning and, you know, hitting the Coogee Beach. But, no, I'm all good at the moment. So they do say to try and sell from the abdomen. Sometimes you can do that, and sometimes you get a bit excited and use too much of the voice. But anyway, we're going all right.
Let's get into the highlights, the stats from the first 2 days of trading here at Riverside. So we saw the clearance start at the day at 80%. That's jumped up with all of the lots sold today to 82%. The gross of day 2 as well is higher than the gross of day 1.
Yeah, no, look, it was fantastic. So obviously what you're seeing on the screen there is just day 2's stats. So, you know, 19.5 million traded. The overall sales up to 84%. So, look, anytime you get it into the 80s, you know, that's great. Obviously, people want to be able to bring their horse to a sale and sell it. And when you're clearing 80% of them, you know, it's very satisfying. And what the market wants to pay for your horse, you know, that's up to them. So, no, overall, very happy.
And we've seen so many great stories, especially with the pin hookers too. And a lot of these horses that are bought at this sale we'll see at the end of the year in the ready to race too. So there's been lots of those, and the top lot being 540,000 was a super result, wasn't it?
Yeah, look, he was a beautiful colt, obviously a full to Stretton Angel, and I know the team had been chasing him very hard in the paddock and dealing with the clients to make sure we were able to sell him, and thankfully we got a great result today at 540,000. He's currently topping the sale.
So purchased by the Equine Growth Fund, as you mentioned, a full brother to Stretton Angel. Then Bryce Hayes purchased the Castle Vecchio colt lot 285 for 390,000. Then the Zoostar Score colt heading west to Parnham Racing, and we'll touch on him in just a little bit, because the other interesting thing about him was that he has been, I guess, partially broken in by the team at Silverdale, and the other one's on your screen at the moment. The Too Darn Hot colt out of sworn evidence, and also the Piero Real Desire colt as well, selling for 325,000. All right, let's get into the top lot of the day. Selling extremely well for 540,000 was the full brother to Stretton Angel, the Group 2 winner based in Victoria, purchased by the Equine Growth Fund, and it was big raps on him to start the day.
Yeah, look, he was one of the colts of the sale, you know, the old cliche, but he really was. He was a great size, had great strength to him. He didn't really put a foot wrong all week, and he was obviously extremely popular. Look, he could have gone to, you know, a sale like Easter. He had so much quality, but they thought they'd bring him here, put him right up the top of the tree, and he got the result.
And he also set a new benchmark for one of the most expensive Harry Angels.
Yeah, look, well, he's just gone to another level the last 2 years, hasn't he, that stallion? Obviously, he came over from the UK, and he started off well, but with the likes of Arkansas Kid and Stretton Angel. Obviously, we've got Angel Capital in the Wallace stable. No doubt he'll be a Group 1 winner, hopefully at his next start, and he'll be off to stud. So, yeah, look, there's plenty to like about the Harry Angels, and you know, he could be the future champion stallion in Australia.
Well, Gemma Cutting was, of course, busy out and about today, and she caught up with the winning bidder in Stefan Party.
I'm with Stefan Party. You've just purchased the top lot of the day, the Harry Angel colt out of Stretton. Just a stunning colt, Stefan. Tell us about why he appealed to you.
He's the number 1 colt in my opinion. I did cross-reference with a few good judges on him. Shane McGrath, I'll give a little bit of a plug. I believe he's one of the best judges in the game, and it's a stay-in prospect. And this is what Equine Growth Fund's trying to do out of these sales. I believe if he was in another sale, we'll probably pay 200,000 or 300,000 more if he came to Easter. So we're trying to buy these horses to make stay-ins basically. But he was my number 1 colt, my number 1 horse over the 3 days out of 800. Yeah.
When it helps when you look at the page, when you love them on type and you see the mares thrown 3 for 3, one of them being the stakes winner, Stretton Angel, that's always a bonus.
Well, we only need him to do exactly what Stretton Angel's done, and we got a real buyer's market with the studs to try to get him. Harry Angel's doing a great job. Really come on in the last couple of years, and he throws fillies, he throws colts. It really doesn't matter. So it was a no-brainer for me. I didn't really want to stretch myself that far at this sale, but it only comes around once a year that you try to find horses like this at a particular sale, and then you lose. So I just had to go a little bit stronger. I don't know who the underbidder was, but I'm happy that I've got him.
Decision on the trainer yet to be made?
Yes, I have about 7 messages on my phone, including Peter here, who's tried to call me. I haven't made a decision yet on the trainer. I just want to have a lemon, lime and bitters and basically make a decision on that when that happens. Yeah,
a non-alcoholic one. The sale itself is one that you've targeted to find some of these horses, especially with that value ticket?
Yes, Inglis do a great job. I've said this before. I believe Sebastian Hutch is one of the best in the game at what he does as a bloodstock CEO. I've got a lot of respect for the team, a lot of respect for Inglis, and I love buying from Inglis. Yeah.
Good luck with him. Very exciting times for the Equine Growth Fund. Well done, Stefan.
Okay, thank you very much.
A great vote of confidence as well there for the team at Inglis, who are doing an outstanding job. Let's get into the second top lot of the day, lot 285, which was the Castelvecchio colt, purchased by Bryce Hayes and some very good owners.
Yeah, definitely. Of course, Bryce Hayes taking another one. He's been quite active at this sale, and they paid a bit of money for him, but he was a lovely colt.
Yeah, look, he was gorgeous, and obviously off Arrowfield, the job they do is, second to none in the industry. They've got a beautiful farm up there in the Hunter Valley, and the stallion, he's one of our up-and-coming stallions. Obviously, Aliana for the Waller team again. He's had El Costello. So, we've obviously got the great proven sides and Zoo Stars and Schnitzels, but people also look for the up-and-coming ones, and Castelvecchio certainly put in his hand up to take on that role. So he was a beautiful horse, and Bryce trains here in Sydney, so we'll see plenty of him.
395 was the Zoo Star colt out of Score, purchased for $375,000, and heading over to WA for Parnham Racing. And you noted this in the ring, Katie. He has had some education already.
Yeah, definitely. And look at him. He's just all class, all about him. He's just got so much scope to him. He's got a beautiful head and nice jowl, and just a really lovely style of horse. Had lots of presence. Yeah,
that's exactly the right word for him. He's got so much presence. When we looked at him the other day, he just came out in front of you and you went, wow, have a look at this thing, by a Zoo Star out of a good written tycoon mare. And heading over to Western Australia. So he's probably going to be the best bred horse over there, I would have thought. Zoo Star out of it, so hopefully Neville has plenty of fun with him, and we can see him win a Group 1 over there and bring him back to the east.
Did you enjoy Super Bowl Monday at all?
I did not see a touchdown. Was there a touchdown?
To be honest, we didn't see any of it either. But it inspired me today, Katie.
Yes, it did. And I absolutely can't wait to see Roaming Emma again.
Day 2, classic sale. It's also Super Bowl Monday. A lot of people have got the dual screen operation going on, taking in Sale Day Live, but also the Super Bowl between the Seattle Seahawks and the New England Patriots. Today's question for the roaming: what's the bucket list sporting event or race meeting that you want to attend? And I've got the perfect people to ask just that question. If you could go to any sporting event in the world, a bucket list event, maybe a race meeting, what would it be?
I'll go Ashes Tour.
We've just had that, and unfortunately you've suffered one of the worst defeats in history.
Yeah, just wait, our time will come. An Ashes Tour, full Ashes Tour, no work, just Barmy Army all in for the whole...
Made up with Brendan McCullum.
No.
Head over to the Yarraman table here, and they're having a very good sale as I chat in with Team Mitchell over here and ask, Bill, Harry, what is, and Michael, good to see you, great to see you, a sporting event that you would love to attend? Is there one that you've never been, I mean, you're very well travelled. Is there something that still you haven't ticked off the bucket list yet?
The Super Bowl.
Well, that's why we're asking this question today. Who do you support in the NFL?
The Seattle.
Well, they're looking like they might win the Super Bowl today. Harry, where would you like to go?
I think I'd like to go to the British Open golf one day. That'd be nice to go and do that. So, that'd be more my scene.
Look well dressed. The funny
thing about asking this question to racing people, Bill, is that no one has set a race meeting yet. Is there a race meeting that you haven't been to around the world that you'd like to go to? Or you've done them all?
Most of them. Where would I like to go? I haven't been to Dubai. That'd be interesting.
Okay. And you love your golf as well?
It's hard to watch on live. It's better on the telly.
Okay, so you don't want to go there, just watch it on the big screen?
I'd rather go to an Ashes test at Lord's.
Okay, well, Tom Charlton said the same thing, so maybe you could team up.
Perfect.
Let's go. Here's a man who's been very active at this sale, as I grab Gary Portelli. The question today is a sporting event or a race meeting that you'd love to attend that you haven't done yet, because today's Super Bowl Monday. Don't tell me it's some pigeon racing affair.
Oh, you just took my answer straight off there. That I haven't been to. Right, okay. Probably the Olympics. I reckon the Winter Olympics would be great.
Did you watch the big air this morning with the girls?
It looked like me going down that hill, that's for sure.
2 girls into the final, which would be special. So maybe you could make your way over the Winter Olympics, all right?
Yeah, probably start a big snowball competition, I'd imagine.
Do you fancy yourself a skier or a boarder?
Oh, I tried skiing, mate. It was not good. No, I ended up in the clubhouse when I wasn't supposed to.
Made for land.
Yeah, exactly.
These guys are like a power couple in a way because they're brother-in-laws, but they've had a very good time of it over the last couple of days because Henry yesterday sold the most expensive filly of the day by Extreme Choice, and James Harron, of course, has just won the Inglis Millennium. The question of the day is a sporting event you'd love to attend. What is it?
Saudi Cup.
Really?
Yeah, I'd love to see how they're doing it over there. I think it's a real emerging country and be very interesting.
You like prize money?
It makes the world go around.
What about you, Henry?
I'd say Wimbledon.
Oh, a little bit of strawberry and cream action.
Yeah, a little bit of strawberry and cream action. So but yeah, I'll let James go to Saudi. I'd like to go to Wimbledon.
Congratulations on the last few days. It's been a good one for the family.
We're trying to work out where we're going to have Christmas this year. His house or my house.
Yeah, no, it's been great. Inglis has done a super job. The Millennium was very exciting. And
Well done. Maybe a few more wins in the Millennium, you can get to that Saudi Cup, okay? All right. Oh, Tubber, actually, you're going to be my man to ask the question of the day. How are you, by the way?
I'm well, how are you?
I'm really well.
So what's the question of the day?
Well, it's Super Bowl Monday, and the question is, what sporting event or race meeting are you yet to attend that you want to?
Oh, it's an interesting one. Race meetings, I wanted to go to the Grand Prix de Pardubice in Czechoslovakia.
Right. Tell me more.
Okay, it's run in the first weekend of October every year, and it's one of the most grueling steeplechases you will ever see. And it's absolutely sensational, and I want to go.
Let's try and make that happen. I knew you'd have the best answer of the day. Congratulations.
Thank you, Emma.
So there you have it. That's the one I didn't see coming. For me, I'd love to go to an Arc de Triomphe. I've luckily been to a Wimbledon, but I'm yet to actually attend a Summer Olympics too. All on the bucket list, of course. It's Super Bowl Monday here, day 2 of the Inglis Classic Yearling Sale.
I punt with Ladbrokes because it's fast. Even faster than a race caller talks.
And it's Machacho coming around the outside with Little Lassie a length behind.
Cheeseburger with spicy sauce on the side. Hold the onions, double the pickles. I'll get some large fries.
May you live a long and happy life together.
Ladbrokes has levelled up so you can find, place and track bets with them faster than ever before.
Oh, you good thing, oh, you good thing.
Imagine what you could be buying instead. For free and confidential support, call the number on the screen or visit the website.
Blue Blood Thoroughbreds are the multiple Group 1 winning racehorse syndication specialists. We offer the highest quality yearlings and 2-year-olds to those who want to experience the thrill and fun of racehorse ownership. The best trainers in the land prepare our horses, part of the recipe for our success, which has produced 41 group and listed wins and placings in the past 7 years. Fast horses, best trainers, Group 1 success, race with Blue Blood Thoroughbreds.
great to be joined by Joe Griffin from Lime Country Thoroughbreds in the review show. Joe, a wonderful 2 days of selling so far for Lime Country, 13 from 13. The sale's sitting at 84% clearance. Just not your thoughts so far on how the sale's gone.
Well, I can't complain because we've got 100% clearance, so yay. I think, most importantly, vendors have been meeting the market. I know we've come with some bigger reserves, and I absolutely think there are some trainers and traders out there running around in balaclavas because we have been robbed and sold some horses at great value, but we've also sold, mid-2s, mid-3s, so it's all there, and I think something for everyone, as always, at the sale.
Tell us about the top lot so far for the draft. Went through today, Derby Racing in conjunction with Björn Baker, Jim Clark, Bloodstock purchased. Tell us about that one.
Look, he was a really special colt, beautifully balanced, beautiful top line, lovely clients of ours, Catherine Ramond, and I think so many people, over 20 X-ray hits. If I'm even allowed to say it at that value, I still think they got a little bit of value there.
That was a $350,000 result for that Justify Filica colt. The Autumn Sun is your second top lot, the $240,000 result yesterday. But you look down the list and you have sold from $30,000 up to $350,000. Of course, within the law was a $30,000 purchase for that camp before. So, the values are all over, but a lot of chances for people to get in the horse at good value.
Yeah, look, and I think we've got plenty. It's funny, always Australians can buy value on a filly at this sale. I mean, it is what it is. And there's plenty of stallions there that are just on the cusp. Like we've sold a couple of Pinatubo fillies that I feel last year would have been probably twice the price, but he's in that gap of a place, and the market is what it is, and we sell.
I know you have a 2 darn hot out of Courtyard Circle tomorrow that you're particularly excited about. Tell us about him.
Some horses you can't stop looking at. If you're a horse lover, you just keep looking. He comes in after being washed in the morning, he's eating his breakfast. I've been doing morning stables for the last couple of days, and he stands there eating, and we're so busy, and I pause. He is a beautiful, beautiful colt.
With the sale close to 40 million gross so far, and as I said, an 84% clearance rate, that is, fantastic. I guess it's indicative of the work that our team have done, but also the buyers here on the ground that have been buying the horses.
Yeah, look, I think it's a slightly more diverse bunch than we've seen in the past. And if I can get a little shout out, I think Nikki Wong, on top of the rest of the team, has brought some new people to the game here for us as we're looking at people around the grounds. And more trainers from Australia showing up, and just opportunity, I guess.
Yeah, this sale just continues to progress. I know you love coming here, and obviously you're very happy with what you've done so far with the 13 out of 13.
Yeah, look, I think we're averaging 117,000, and when you're selling everything, and as you know, bottom price 30,000, it's hard to hold that. So there's strength through the market, top to bottom. People are meeting it, and I'm excited for tomorrow.
Very excited for tomorrow. We hopefully will chat to you after the Courtyard Circle goes through the ring. Thanks for your time, Joe, in the review show.
Thanks very much.
Back to you guys.
Great job today, as always. She's out and about. She always finds those great stories, those wonderful bits of gold, and we look forward to her fine work tomorrow as well. Now, we had Sale Day Trivia earlier on, presented by Navair, our great supporters at Navair. Bretty and I have had a good time on a Navair jet before.
We have indeed.
Yes.
Sydney to Melbourne. Wasn't long enough.
No, it wasn't. How many? weren't enough tequilas or beers on that flight either. How many races have Inglis Classic Yearling Sale graduates won in Hong Kong since the start of 2018? Don't you look like the cat who got the cream? These were the possible answers. 250 to 300, 550 to 600, 350 to 400, 450 to 500, and the girl with the Voyage Bubble plushie on her side of the table.
Yes.
Would you like to reveal the answer?
Yes, I think it's B.
The big one?
Yeah.
550 to 600?
Definitely.
Well, you would be correct. Well done.
And that's just from Classic, which is extraordinary.
That is an amazing effort, isn't it? And we've seen a lot, and of course, Voyage Bubble is the prime example of that.
Yeah, 100%. Look, they the buyers up in Hong Kong, they love coming to Classic. Big, strong colts, that's what they're after. And, we think we've got a new superstar up there as well, so you might have won last week.
And Ricky, you also, the trainer of Voyage Bubble, bought a few already, so hopefully he buys again tomorrow.
Yeah, no, he's already bought a couple. Ricky loves the Classic sale, had great success, and that's why they keep coming back. They they know where they can find a good horse.
Yeah.
Touch wood.
Before we go, Bretty, a sneaky little one for tomorrow, one that you're looking forward to seeing go through the ring.
Look, I'm a little bit biased because I do all the New Zealand work, right? But we saw a Gaiath colt over there about 6 months ago, and I had some strong conversation with Dean Hawkins and kind of begged him a little bit to bring it over to Australia, and thankfully he's done that. The stallion's gone pop, pop, pop.
Observer
on the weekend. Well,
yes.
they beat him this spring. And a good mate of mine, Henry, this autumn, he's got Different Gravy, which they reckon's a Group 1 winner in the making.
We going to an SA or a Brisbane Derby or something like that?
I think he's going to Brisbane.
Yeah.
So I'm going to, touch wood, predict that horse could be pretty popular tomorrow. But we'll see how we go.
I like it.
Well done. Today's been fun.
Well done to you too.
Informative as well, as always. A big thanks to Blue Blood Thoroughbreds for sponsoring our review show. We love your support. You can get to the website bluebloodthoroughbreds.com.au if you'd like to get involved with anything that they've purchased today or yesterday, and they have been very active indeed. Thank you for joining us at home too. We'll be back tomorrow morning, bright and early, 9:30 for the preview show of the final day of selling here at the Inglis Classic Yearling sale. We'll see you tomorrow.